Hello and welcome to It's Your Book Reviews. Today we're going to review a book called The Red Fletch by Margaret McNellis. This book was self-published by Margaret. Okay, I'm going to give you full disclosure. I gave editorial feedback on this book in its beta stage. And we're going to get to that. Let me introduce to you my daughters. Savina is 9 and Coco is 7. So I read this book to them. I was curious how they would react to this. It's a YA, and it's a kind of a retelling of Robin Hood, but from a girl's point of view. And the girls both insisted to listen to this book as I read it. I'm a little surprised it retained my 7-year-old's interest. But what I want to say first is that Margaret did an amazing job implementing all the feedback I gave her. So let's talk about what we think is awesome about this book. What did you think about this book, Sabina?
That was just really good.
Yeah, what was good? What did you like?
Almost everything.
What was your favorite part?
The part in the end when she went to when she was going off on the journey
To Almany?
to Almany.
When she set off
Yeah.
for Almany?
That was my favorite part.
Okay. How about you, Coco? What was your favorite
I
part?
like the part when she fletched the arrow, the red one.
Uh-huh.
I like that part.
Yeah. Towards the end, when she pulled it out of the quiver. And what did you think about her shooting the sheriff?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That was your favorite part?
That's a good part. That was a good part.
Yeah. What did you like about that?
I was impressed with her.
Yeah? You were impressed with her?
I couldn't
Do you think that was pretty brave?
that.
Yeah.
And she saved her friend. She saved her friend.
She did. She saved her friend's life. So this book has a really strong heroine, Alice Fletcher, and she has a great desire. She has a reason to do what she does, and she has a lot of things standing in her way, and part of those things is herself. She's standing in her own way sometimes too. And I think what's really well done in this story is how we see Alice go from the desire for revenge to a feeling of belonging. And that character development was really, really well done. What do you think? All the other characters are just as memorable. They all have their own unique voices, and they're really distinguishable from other characters. I really love that about that book. Specifically, I really like Graham a lot, and I like Little John. He's always he's like a rock for Alice, and I like that about him. And then Friar Tuck is pretty cool too. He's always he's always there for her.
Me?
Yeah.
I also like it when he called her Wee One.
Wee One. You like that nickname, do you? Wee One. I like that too. That's cute. So yeah, the friendship between Graham and Alice is really heartwarming, and it's especially precious because Alice doesn't have these kinds of romantic feelings for Graham. She doesn't have those for anybody really, which is another great way to see a heroine for a change in a book. Is she wants nothing to do with that kind of love, and Graham does. He likes her, but she holds true to herself and tells him no. And I really appreciate her for that strength and that resolution of staying true to who you are. That's really well done. The story has great cause and effect. The story has a really immersible world. Margaret uses all the senses to describe this world and to help us experience this world with Alice. She's very particular about especially smells, which I really appreciate. That's something that's often missing from novels of any kind, and I like that she implements smells so strongly into her novel. I like that. Did you like that part? Like, we always get to smell or get an idea of how she's smelling, like the weeds and the mother's kitchen and all the sorts of things.
It tells us what it smells like.
Hmm.
Oh, that would be so yummy. I like that that they didn't because some books that I read to myself, they have like it's about the small things. So some of the books that I read to myself have like no smell at all, and some of them have. Some of them only have a little, some of them have none, some of them have too much, actually. Like,
really?
Yeah, like, I smell this, I smell that, I smell blah, 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 blah,
Which
blah.
book is that in?
I don't know, I just remember a book that goes like that.
Oh, okay. So one scene I want to point out, and this is a major spoiler, so if you haven't seen that this video contains spoilers, I'm warning you right now, this is a major spoiler, so you might want to turn off the video if you don't want to know this ahead of time. So the scene where Alice learns that her older brother Hob has died in the Holy Lands in the war is by far the most heartbreaking, rawest scene of pain, of emotional pain I have read. I almost cried, and I don't when I read. I don't get scared, I don't cry, I have no emotions when I read. It's just the way I am. Books don't affect me that way. But this one did. This one scene really did, and I want to applaud Margaret for that achievement because that was really something. Do you want to say something about that scene?
I don't remember that scene.
When she was told Hob died?
I was sad.
You were sad.
I was sad too.
Yeah.
I liked Hob.
Even though he was not really a active character in the book, but you liked reading about him. Yeah. Her connection to Hob, Alice's connection to Hob, her emotional connection and her bond that she has with him was very strong. It was very present in the novel. So we did get a really strong sense of Hob, even though he was not an active character, which is also a great achievement. Very well done. So, last but not least, let's talk about anything that maybe we didn't like so much. Do you think the book could have used a little more improvement, or was it just perfect? Well, your opinion.
I think it pretty much liked everything.
You did. Yeah. Coco, my 7-year-old, she actually was always... So I read adult and young adult to Savina, my 9-year-old, quite a lot actually, and she enjoys it very much, but Coco, my 7-year-old, she's not quite there yet, and I don't expect her to. Savina is way ahead of the average child of her age. But Coco really got drawn into this one, and she got very upset if I asked if we could, so if Savina and I just could read it without her because she was busy with something else, and she always said no because she wanted to hear the story. So that says something about the story, in my opinion. I have a couple of things that Margaret might have overlooked in her final revision. There was one paragraph that was littered with questions. I don't know, there were like 5, 6, maybe 7 questions back to back to back, and after the first couple it was okay, the first 3, 4 even, but when the 6th question came and the 7th question came, it became a little bit tedious. But that's such a minor thing in the grand scheme of the whole book, which is superb. There was a little remaining confusion in one of the last chapters. It was near the scene where spoiler, where she shoots the sheriff, and they get away. And it was right after that scene, I think, where the remaining confusion was. The writing was not quite as clear as it could have been. And then there were some last proofreading things that I noticed in the last few pages, but that's all so minor. This book is a fantastic read. It is a beautiful retelling of a Robin Hood story with a female main character. I think that every girl in the young adult age range should read this book because it's so powerful and it will empower any girl at that age. At least in my opinion, it does. It's really empowering, and it really shows how one girl can stand up for herself, and she takes no shit. Excuse my language, but she takes no shit. She goes through the pains, she goes through the hardship, she goes through everything she has to go through, complete with the guilt and everything that comes with wrong choices, and it's a fabulous journey. Any last words?
I think you said everything. I just like the story.
Just like the story. Okay, let's get down to our rating. What would you rate the book on a scale of 1 to 5?
5. 5.
5. 5. We have 5, 5, and 5 from me as well. This is a 5-star book.
15-star book.
15, yeah, with the 3 of us.
5,
The Red Fletch by Margaret McNellis. Thanks for watching and see you next time.